Super grateful for it. It also perfectly reflects, I think, the season. I mean, the team in the GLIAC we have not yet beaten at least one time. So it's funny how that all plays out. Two teams that have had their ups and downs on the year. How we got to 4 and 5 is a different path. But two teams that certainly can beat anyone on any given night, as the GLIAC kind of is as a whole. Two teams that respect each other, two coaches that get along very well, and have a friendship. I think even beyond our professional relationship here. But we want to win this game. We feel like we had our opportunities in the first two, including the one here at home. But given just the way they went the last two times, we're certainly looking forward to an opportunity to get them here, and we know we'll have our hands full. Look, Jackie Smith is one of the best players in our league, able to carry our team. Megan in the middle is one of the best middles in the conference, and Lauren, the way she's setting her team right now is good stuff. So we know they have some weapons. We feel pretty good about our side of the net, and we feel like we're capable of beating anyone. And just looking forward to everyone coming out and watching the game. It should be an exciting one, to say the least.
Do you feel like you have the whole book on Northern, or do you still have to be prepared for anything?
Got to be prepared for anything. I mean, I think you'd be foolish to think that they're not going to go to Jackie and Megan when they have them there. I mean, they're two players that are proven over 4 years now that they can get it done. But it's a full team game. I mean, the cool thing about the rivalry in the two teams is that we know each other really well. They know what we do, we know what they do, and trying to find that competitive edge and that advantage. I think that, in terms of our defenses, I think we feel like we're a stronger blocking team, and they may be a little bit more cohesive in the backcourt than we are at times. I think whoever passes better certainly has an advantage in the match, and I think that that's going to be a determining factor as well, who serves and who passes better. That's simple. We really like our offense right now. We have, I think, one of the best setters in the conference, and we have certainly, two of the strongest middles in the league. Lindy and Megan have proven to be two of the more productive outsides out there. So, I mean, like, in terms of spread out offense, I like our side of the net. They have their weapons too, and I think it's up to us to neutralize them the best we can, knowing that those two are going to get theirs. When you play a good player against a good player like a Jackie, you have to respect it, and you have to do your best to contain her. At the same time, understand that she's going to get hers, and you got to move on. I don't know what was more of a quote quality win, us sweeping Grand Valley early in the season, or us beating Ferris on the road there. Ferris doesn't lose at home, and maybe that's it. I mean, they don't lose at home. To be down 0-2 and to come back like that was something special for sure. I think every weekend we take out, every weekend we go out and play, we're looking to build confidence and looking to get better. And I think when you look at the weekend as a whole, there's a lot there. There's the first two sets against Ferris were ones that, we didn't play particularly well throughout those two sets, but we kind of turned the corner as the match went on. And then the Saturday game, the credit to Lake State, they were playing fantastic. They caught us a little flat-footed, but, I mean, more credit to them than anything. They were really playing for something. Got them in the playoffs. And their weapons were at full force. Maybe it's something about beating Ferris State early in the year, because Parkside beats Ferris State, goes up to the Sioux and loses to Lake State. We do the same thing here this past weekend. I don't know. Lake State played pretty well on Saturday. We probably take as much from that lessons learned as we did from Friday's confidence game. Lindy's a special human being and a leader on the team, and so to see her grinding it out, knowing that she's not 100% and feeling 100% is very meaningful for the team. There was a point in the Lake State match where I kind of almost directly, half under her breath, coming in and out, being like, "Got this, coach." Like, you see her fired up right now. What her and Megan did at Ferris was important too. Their overall efficiency numbers weren't like flashy by any means, but the volume and what they were doing in the clutch was super important. And so, as we know, Lindy's presence on the court for this team this year means a great deal, and having her out there here at the final stretch of her career is important for her and important for us. 26 skills on Saturday, playing 6 rotations pretty well. Her passing numbers were good. Had double digits on Friday in the win and had some clutch kills for us later in that match. And add to the fact that her condition, not in terms of like physical pain necessarily, but just like catching up with the wind and everything is, she's putting a lot out there and a big effort for us. And without her, we're not in a position to host here tomorrow. We're going to go with what we got, and concerned isn't necessarily the word I would use. I would use the word hopeful. I think that our backcourt can do some good things for us, and we just got to find the consistency in the final stretch. And it has to be on both sides, the serve receive and of course the defensive piece. I think that if we can make a few more stops in the backcourt and pass well, we're in good shape. Our offense is such that our transition offense is probably the best in the conference. Like if we get our offense opportunities on the defensive end, meaning if we make a dig and we can make a set one of our attackers, we score higher than anyone in the conference, and that's a fact. And so, I know if our defense can. I'm not asking them to be perfect. We just need them to come up with a couple more plays to give our offense opportunities. And in the serve receive part, just limit the errors. Our per touch pass is fine, especially in some areas, but we just need to limit the amount of reception errors that we kind of pile up at times or compound them. But I'm hopeful, and I believe in our team thoroughly, and they know that. This team has been bought in from day one. They recognize the makeup of the schedule made it difficult for us this year, and I think they've answered that challenge. And they've proven, as we did last weekend and throughout the year, that we can beat anybody in this conference. So we know that we get Northern tomorrow on our home court. And if we're fortunate enough to get past that, anyone can win this tournament. It is more than any other year I can think of. Anybody can win this tournament, and that's what we're hanging our hat on. I think so. I think that's a good question. Last year we struggled with that. 2021 we went 14-1 in the conference, and that loss was the first weekend. So the next year when we lost twice in a row, it took us a bit to comprehend that, or just decompress from that, or analyze that the right way, or handle that the right way. This team is very good at responding. I mean, I'll go back to when we lost to Northern there the way we did. We turned around and we go 2-0 over the weekend at home and found ourselves in a position against Wayne, a very similar situation as we were that Tuesday before, and this is the response. Again, this weekend against Ferris State to reverse sweep there. I think the team can, and I think it's up to me, and I think it's up to our leaders and our players to know that. At this point, everyone's 0-0 though. It's like whatever we did before leading up to this point does not matter. Take what you want from it to build confidence and maybe give you some wherewithal, but right now everyone's 0-0, and we're just lucky that we're going to be here at home and with the pep band and people here to watch us play, and we're very fortunate for that.